All week long.
That's right. We have a main channel, backup channel, all kinds of channels over here. Good to see everybody. All rise. Court is now in session. We see the Fink is here and she's doing her thing, but we're going to jump over somewhere else first. I was going to jump over to Judge Marbell, but he went dark on us. So we can't do anything about that. Zoom Court, 5 days a week. If you haven't been here before, sit back, relax. I'll do my best not to talk all over everybody. And, well, let's just get into it, shall we?
Well, Ms. Dutray, do you feel you had enough time to work with Ms. Langley to decide to plead guilty to this simple assault domestic violence?
Yes.
Okay. And having gone through this plea of guilt, at paragraph 5 in this plea are all of your rights to have a trial in this matter. Do you continue to understand those rights?
Yes.
You know you're giving up those rights to have a trial in this matter if you plead guilty?
Yes.
Okay, is that your choice?
Yes.
All right. And I see there's a recommendation here from the lawyers as to how this court should sentence you to this. Do you understand what's being recommended?
Yes.
And you know the court doesn't have to go along with the recommendation.
Correct. Yes, I understand.
Okay. And the maximum possible sentence here is 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine. And you're aware of that?
Ones though, heavy ones though.
Okay, Mr.
Heavy ones. You can always do 3 ones.
Phone.
Oh, I'll do that. You are just position.
There we go. Keep it muted. All right, back to you, Mr. Trace.
Heavy one.
So, do you understand the maximum possible sentence is 364 days in jail and a $5,000 fine?
Yes.
Do you know that if I accept your plea to this domestic violence crime, that you will lose your right to possess a firearm?
Yes.
Okay. Now I've asked you to make a written statement here as to what you've done wrong, makes you guilty. And I see that you're saying on June 30th, let's see, that was allegation is, let me make sure we've got all that right. June 30th of this year, you're saying that you assaulted your boyfriend, Jacob Stike, by hitting him in his parked car in a parking lot in Washington. Do you accept that as what you did wrong?
What's going on?
Okay. Now, has anyone threatened you with harm or made you any promises that have caused you to plead guilty?
No.
Okay. At this juncture, do you have any more questions of Ms. Langley? Want any more time privately with her?
No.
It's my
I
running.
didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, then how do you plead a 1 count of assault, domestic violence?
Guilty.
Okay. Well, Mr. Dutray, I will accept your plea. And I'm doing that now, finding you know what you're doing.
Oh, fuck.
You're doing this voluntarily, intelligently, that you do understand the consequences of pleading guilty, and the statement you made there supports your plea. And then we're going to move on to sentencing, and I will hear from the lawyers, and then I will turn to you last to hear if there's anything else you'd like to say on the matter. All right?
Okay.
Okay. So first, Ms. O.
Your Honor, this is an agreed recommendation that has been worked out between the City of Lacey and Ms. DeTrace through her attorney. I believe this is an appropriate recommendation. In speaking with the victim advocate, he advised me that the only thing that the victim wanted the court to know was that
TK.
he believes that Ms. DeTrace needs anger management treatment. I do believe that the recommendation is appropriate. I will ask the court to follow it. Thank you.
All right, and Ms. Langley?
Thank you. Oh, hold on. Thank you, Your Honor. She is already in another matter involved in the domestic violence program, and we've tried to send the reports around. I don't know if the court has them, so I don't think she needs to be reevaluated. And I think that was my discussion with Mrs. McClellan. Just she needs to show proof that she's complying with that treatment program.
All right, so and which program is that? Which
She is-
agency?
Let me find that.
Okay.
Okay. Any problems here? It's with,
Bigfoot.
so she's doing it through the court.
She
So the
beat
report
them.
I have is from Megan Horn from Family Court. So I don't, and it looks like
That's
she,
at Thurston County
treatment-
Superior Court.
right, and she's in, it looked like Waterland Counseling, which is a certified agency through DSHS.
And there's 1 day credit
Think
for time
fast.
served.
Yes.
All right. So,
$5 Thursday.
Mr. Frey, what would you like to say, if anything?
I don't know. I'm trying to be proactive and get the help that I need, and just trying to take accountability for my action. I don't want to drag
I
this
can-
out.
Okay, and I can see
Jacob
that,
worked
and I
with the
think
winner.
all the parties appreciate that. And so is the treatment, have you been in it very long?
No, I started
Mary Lou Wooten
I
Fitzgerald.
think like the middle of July.
Okay. So, a month or so. And is it interesting?
Yeah, I had been in contact with another provider, and it just didn't feel like it would fit. And this treatment provider kind of has more of like a I'm on the autism spectrum, so I like to like deep dive and go into detail and actually learn the skills that I need, instead of just kind of like a cursory gloss over of how I kind of felt a different provider was going. So yeah, I am gaining knowledge from this.
Good, I'm glad. Glad you found someone that is.
You did
useful
it.
for you.
Yay.
Well, I'm gonna go along with this. There's no need to impose any more jail. You served a day, that's done.
It's
We're gonna
Thursday.
hang on to 363 days or not impose that for the next 2 years. And your job is to keep in that treatment and finish it successfully. Stay out of trouble. You've lost the right to possess a firearm, so you can't do that. And then I just, as to fines and fees, I'm gonna impose, there's $5,000. I'm gonna get probation involved, so I'm gonna impose a $60 probation fee and a $43 conviction fee, and then give you time to get that paid. Would it be realistic in 30 days, or do you need more time to start
Excuse me,
a time payment agreement?
More time. Talking to you, Jessica.
$103. What do you think?
Jessica Frame.
Oh, Mr. Trey, I wonder if you froze there on us.
Frame. Jessica. She's mortified.
Mr. Trey, did you freeze? Can you hear us at all? We can't hear. Ah, there you are.
I
Hello.
can- 30 days is enough time, yeah.
Okay, good. So,
Like
and what I'll
donuts.
say then is, I'll say September 30th. That you show proof to
You can,
probation, that you've
lurking
got,
and looking is
you know, what you're
fine.
doing in your treatment with Thurston County Superior Court. So get that evaluation into probation here as well, and then have that treatment provider send monthly reports. And Ms. Langley, did you share with your client how to be in touch with probation?
If she doesn't have the information, I can send it to her.
Okay, so you're gonna make sure that, circle back with Ms. Langley. Ms. Langley will circle back with you to make sure you've got the contact information for district court probation. And we'll see all the
Miss
good work you're
Langley,
doing.
single or
And
married?
then just keep working hard there. Don't violate the law. Don't violate this no contact order. And
Marcus, take care, my friend.
I think things should go smoothly. So do you have any questions, Ms. Trey?
No, I'm sure that we will get everything worked out.
Okay, so Ms. Langley's available to you if you have questions, and probation is here at district court. They're available to you too. And
Thank
it
you very
sounds
much.
like you're a treatment provider as well. Right. Okay,
Gotta
well,
quit that domestic
I'm signing
violence,
off
man.
on all of this. Keep working hard. I'm glad things are better. And I'm looking to Ms. O. I don't have an updated no contact order nor the
What you both
firearm
said.
prohibition form. Do you have that?
Sharon,
I
please
can
tell
look,
Rick.
Your Honor, I do not believe I have that, but I can prepare that for the court.
That would be great. Okay, so I need to sign off on that. And all of this information is in the court file, Ms. DeTrey, and of course, Ms. Langley can access it and you can too. And at any point, if you want the court to think about changing that no contact order, you just have to contact the court. And the hard work in treatment will probably persuade the court to make some changes, but we have to talk to Mr. Stike before that happens. So if you want that to happen, you can contact the court. If you don't.
Well, good for Mr.
I
Sykes
can't do
for
anything
not
about it.
retaliating
Okay.
when getting
Thank
assaulted.
you.
Good for
You're
him.
welcome. So I think you can, Ms. Langley, anything else for your client? And you're muted again.
Oh no,
Did it
Miss-
all the time. And no, Your Honor, she knows how to get a hold of me if she has any questions at all.
Good. All right. Well, Ms. DeTrey, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks. Ms. Langley, is that all for you with me today?
Well, I don't see anyone else here from the,
Look,
it's not doing.
I don't
When you
see
get,
on anything else. I
Miss
just didn't know if you
Langley.
had any arrangements with Mr.
Oh,
Hopkins.
Michael
yeah, well,
Lloyd.
I'm handling the 9:30s and the 10s, so
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay.
if no
And I
one's here.
don't see Gogan or Luke. Let's see, Mr. Danielson has his attorney, Heck, Ms. Mapu. Yeah, let's see. Well.
What
time is
about
it?
Jacob down there?
Can we
Young
give it a
Jacob.
little bit before we lose you?
Sure can.
Okay, thanks. Let me finish up this order. And then Ms. O, just remind me, if you find those orders on the DeTrey matter, remind me, and so I go to look for them if you would.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm preparing it right now.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we're going to jump out of here. And we're going to, wow, that was a great shot. We're going to go to Judge Groggins. That's right. You heard me. Judge Groggins, also in the same building as our good friend, Judge Herman. So let's see what's going on with Judge Groggins today when he has a cast of beautiful people ready to go.
Today.
In the same Zoom meeting, right?
Nope, this will be in person. This is gotta be
All right.
at my court downtown Flint. It'll be on the paperwork for you.
All righty.
Okay?
Yep.
You're all set. All
All right,
right.
you have a
Bye
good
now.
day.
Something on a roller
You too.
coaster.
Bye.
That takes all the thing batteries, my drill, my impact.
Somebody getting rowdy already. And Jessica, she's rocking back and forth. She's having a great day.
Fuck you going, my son-in-law's garage over there, he got bent.
I heard the word dismiss. That was good enough for me, I guess. Should I just go with that?
Order in the court.
And if they said dismiss. And I'll go have lunch and come back and call.
How are things at the La Raza store?
say anything about it. Just be like, look, I heard my name and it said dismissed. I heard the other party's name and it said dismissed. So.
What is going on here?
Waiting on your
Do I have Jason Sifa? Is Jason Sifa on the line? Jason Sifa. Why don't you, if you've got him on the line still?
The judge is in and out.
Come in
People are
on
talking
Zoom
all over
right
the
now,
place.
and I'll get Otis back on here.
Okay, I'll make sure.
You would do that.
Can I have you, if he's have him disconnect and call back in?
Yep, and
Okay, no, that's phone number. Okay.
then have
Look at that person strutting through the courtroom. Yeah, I'm talking about you.
how about Jonathan Hudson? You have Jonathan Hudson? Hudson?
Yes, I'm here.
There you go. Let's see, Mr. Hudson. Being
was
offered an amended charge to attempt retail fraud. Did you get a chance to discuss that with the attorney?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you want to proceed on that, take advantage of that plea offer?
Yes, I would like to, Your Honor.
Okay. Attempt retail fraud carries a penalty of up to 45 days in jail and a fine of up to $250. This is alleged to have occurred in Vienna Township, July 3rd, 2022. Do you understand that charge?
I understand, Your Honor.
And did you hear the rights that I went through at the beginning?
Yes, I did, sir.
Do you understand those rights?
Yes, I understand them.
Okay. How do you
Yeah.
wish to plead to attempt retail fraud?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Okay, is it true that on this said date, time, and location, you're guilty of attempt retail fraud by taking an item of merchandise belonging to a store without paying for the item, without having permission to take the item while that store was open for business, that being Walmart? Is that true?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Damn it. Walmart.
Can you recall what was taken originally?
There were several items that weren't scanned.
Okay,
And I attempted to pay for them, but I
okay,
was trying to take them without paying.
okay. And were the items recovered? They get them back?
Yes, they got them back.
Okay. Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you won't have a trial of any kind, give up all the rights that you would have at trial, and you may be faced with those penalties?
Yes, sir.
Has anybody made any threats or promises to cause you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
We didn't have this problem.
Accept guilty plea to attempt retail fraud.
Checkout.
Did they take you to the jail at all, or did you spend any time in jail?
No, I did not.
No? Okay. We'll order fine and cost in the amount of $350 or 35 days jail. Set show cause hearing date for November 17th at 8:30. Just make payments for me. If that's paid in full by that date, you wouldn't have to appear, okay?
You said November 17th, Your Honor?
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
It'll be
Your Honor.
right, yeah, you're welcome, and it'll be right on your judgment as well for you, okay?
And I'll get that in the mail?
You will, yep.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Oh, he seems like a nice
Yep, bye now.
dude.
Bye.
He's stealing stuff at Walmart. Uh-oh, he's back. Say something in a purpose.
I've got, let's see, Jessica Daniels. Miss Daniels?
Where's class?
Hello.
Hi, Miss Daniels. Did you get a chance to talk to one of the attorneys?
Why is vibrators on? Turn it off.
No, my question is just because I finished my English management class.
For God's
That's
sake.
all I had to do.
Oh, okay, so you're back for a review of some sort. Let me see if I can find the file for you. Got it? There it is. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, this is a plea under advisement. Why don't you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear from the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, you can put your hand down for me. Have there been any other incidents since January?
No,
No? And did you complete the anger management for me?
I did. I got the.
It was alternatives to a grant. There, thank you. I was gonna say if you had it, you can put it down for me. That's perfect. Find that you've satisfied these terms and I'll dismiss this matter. So this will not show up on a public record for you, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. You're all set.
Cut your
Have a happy
goddamn
day.
phone off.
You too. Bye.
I just
Where's that? Oh, it's on.
Okay, Jessica, thank you.
And let's see, I got somebody, let's see, Gerald Summer. Mr.
He
Summer,
will be
you
here
there?
tomorrow.
There you go. Mr. Summer, have you talked to an attorney?
I have not.
No? What's Mr. Summer here for?
Stealing?
Trial, Mr. Pretrial of some sort? Mr. Summer, were you here earlier?
Jim.
This morning.
I'm sorry?
I've been on here since 8:30 this morning.
Okay, all right, I'll let you talk to, you want him? Summer, Gerald Summer. Mr. Summer, stay right on the line. I'm sending you back to talk to one of the attorneys, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Otis coming in with a mouthful. He's been in catering as well.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. I'm
Yeah,
back.
Mr. Stout, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
He apparently had been, I don't know, calling in. Do we have that file, Jason Sifa again? Jason
Mr.
Sifa,
Sifa?
do I have Jason?
He's
Jason
one of the
Sifa?
most
Gotta unmute for me.
organized.
Unmute. Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Mr. Sifa, this is your motion to, it says, let's see, stipulated withdraw,
Where's Khalifa?
request to withdraw admission.
Yes.
Yeah,
Why would,
I wasn't
why
sure.
would I?
Thanks for reading it, Judge. I wasn't sure. I didn't get a copy of that.
Okay. So why would I allow you to withdraw your admission?
Okay, so the second time that we came into court, Attorney Stout said that if it was cleaned up, that it would be dismissed. So everything was cleaned up. I didn't bring pictures or anything because he said it was going to be dismissed. Then he said there was some lawnmowers, which I put lawnmowers, a couple lawnmowers where I cut my lawn under an overhang by my garage in the summertime because it's easier to just pull them there. They're not getting wet or anything, then pull them out of my garage. So I didn't have anything with me because I thought it was going to be dismissed. Plus my attorney had a hearing or sentencing that he had to get to. And so he was pressed for time as well. So that's why I'm asking that I actually be able to you hear my case, and I have my evidence and everything now, and I'd like to try it.
Well, you didn't
Well,
have
change
the
his
evidence
mind.
at the,
I never made such into any kind of a deal like he just said.
So my attorney's lying to me then? So my attorney lied to me.
No, Joe Sifa is his father, and he was his lawyer. And everything we talked about was done on the record, Your Honor.
Well, you even said when we went into the room the second time that you talked to the guy, and because I had a couple lawnmowers by my garage, that wasn't good enough, and so that's why you wanted to try it.
Yeah, I tell you what, yeah, it's a problem. He hasn't got the message yet. He can't just bring junk and have it on the property.
That's not junk. It was a working lawnmower.
I'm not going to argue with you, Mr. Sifa.
Well, you're saying what I'm saying is not true, and it is true.
Well, I don't believe it is.
So-
No, it's not what I recall.
well, let me kind of go through Mr. Sifa and Mr. Stout for what I've got. My notes indicate it was a plea responsible. I ordered fine and cost on each file, $100 fine and $10 cost.
That's right.
And I signed an order for that. What, Mr. Sifa, help me out with that. What was different about that? That's all I've got.
No,
Then
I went after that to appeal that rescind my
I know, but
initial.
why? But help me out. Why, if you pled responsible and I ordered that fine and cost, what's different than that?
Well, first of all, Your Honor, I originally got a letter from the city. It was like a mailer, so it wasn't just directed to me, that there was supposed to be a neighborhood cleanup by May 21st. On May 20th, I get a letter from the city taking me to court. So I didn't even get the time that the city had actually allotted to clean my property, which it was already cleaned anyways. So then we go into court, and I told Attorney Stout, I'm like, it's all cleaned up. He's like, well, you need to pay $250. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna, I've already, it's done. There shouldn't be anything. He's like, well, you need to pay $250. I said, well, then I guess I'll get an attorney. So then when I got an attorney, like I said, my attorney talked to him. He said, if it's cleaned up, and he checks it, it's okay, then we'll dismiss it. So then we go back into court that day and he goes, well, I talked to him and you had some lawnmowers, which is not, they're working lawnmowers. So they're not trash. They're not debris. And he's like, well, that wipes it out. Then we're not going to do that deal. So then my attorney's like, well, I have to, he had to leave for sentencing. So he's like, just do the deal. Well, it was, to me, it was under duress. I didn't want to do the deal. I wanted to plead my case. I wanted to show photos that my driveway doesn't have garbage and debris, and it hasn't since May 21st. And I just feel like they're just trying to get money out of me because I've been compliant.
Okay, well, here's what I guess I don't understand though. If you pled responsible to the charges, I ordered that $110. I signed the both judgments July 12th, and then there's a notice on there that says right to an appeal within 10 days. That will put you at July 22nd.
Yeah, I appealed it. I actually, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
I had already appealed it by the time I got your letter for the appeal. I went over like the next week and filed papers to appeal it, or to rescind my my initial statement.
Well, if you did, I never got a copy of it.
Well, and then I've got, I guess here's the confusing part too. Then I've got a stipulated order to withdraw as counsel. That's dated July 25th by you, Mr. Sifa, and then Joseph Sifa signed it July 28th.
Josepha.
That's
Like
still
Joe
beyond
Sifa.
that time period on that. And
That's what I
then
was thinking, Kev.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just getting a little bit confused of why we're.
I don't know. I don't understand that either.
Well, I would respectfully ask you to deny his motion. I did until today. I wasn't even sure what he had filed, and you just explained it to me for the first time. I've heard what it is, but regardless, I don't think he's entitled to the relief that he's requesting, and I respectfully disagree with his rendition of the facts. I think he's confusing me with maybe Mr. Wiederhold, because I never had any conversation with Mr. Sifa in any way or fashion until he was in his father's office. And as I recall, his father said, just sit there and be quiet and I'll do the talking. And I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to his father, Joseph Sifa, about the situation. And we agreed that this is how we would proceed. And I haven't done anything different than that. So I would request that you deny the motion.
Your Honor, can I inject now?
Inject
You
what?
can sure. Tell me one last time why I should set
Because
aside your plea.
My attorney, Joseph Sifa, had a conversation with Attorney Stout, and Attorney Stout said that if I had everything cleaned up, that the Wiederholder guy, whatever, would come and check it out, and if it was okay, that would it be dismissed, and everything would be done. Well, then I guess Attorney Stout went to Wiederhold and Wiederhold said, no, he's got some lawnmowers beside his garage, so I'm not dismissing it. But they failed to mention that until we got into court the morning of the 30th. So and my attorney's office didn't close till 6 o'clock, and usually city workers get off by 5. So had they said the night before, hey, we're not going to accept that deal, then I would have had photos and been ready to try it. Well, I was under understanding we were good to go. I get into court that day and he says, no, we're not going to do that deal. And if I have to, I'll get my old attorney.
Everything you just said is fiction. It never even happened.
Well, then let me get my attorney because he was there to witness it and he can testify to it.
So here's Mr. Sifa. I guess here's the problem for me. The only problem I got is if you pled responsible on this day to these two charges, if all that's going on before, why would you plead responsible coming in here and I'm saying, okay, I'm going to order a fine and cost. There's no objection to that. Why didn't you say, hey, listen, I don't want to plead anything right now? Why didn't you do that on that day?
Because I didn't know that I had that option. I thought because we were going to court that day I had
attorney, but you had an attorney on that date.
Right, and his statement was, if you don't take this deal, I'm not gonna defend you in the future, and I said, then that's fine, I'll just defend myself.
Okay, so, okay, and so I understand, so then you said that's fine, and then you came in and you pled responsible to these two matters. I'm not finding a reason, any good cause to set it aside. You gotta help me out
I
more
just
than
want-
that.
I just wanted to rescind my response because I came into court that day without any proof or anything, because I thought it was going to be dismissed, Your Honor. And then when we get into court that morning and Attorney Stout says, well, no, you didn't, he's not going to accept that. You're going to have to, you're going to have to pay the fine or whatever. So that, I mean, I couldn't have tried it because I had no proof on my part, because I didn't expect it to even go to trial that morning. I thought it was going to be
But
dismissed.
why didn't you tell me on that date that, listen, you thought it was gonna be dismissed? Why did you plead that?
Yeah,
I guess I didn't know that I could do that. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I didn't know that.
because okay. Boy, Mr. C, the problem is I've taken the plea, I went through everything with everybody on that date, and you pled responsible to charges. I've ordered finding and cost. The request to withdraw the admissions denied. Okay,
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
all right, good luck to both of you, okay? You
Yep.
need to talk to your attorney though, I guess, maybe. I don't know.
his attorney was his dad. He fired his dad.
All right, thanks again, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right,
Mr.
all right, thank you, both of you. Okay.
Joe,
Bye.
All right, bye now.
he stands me in the pants on Otis, free balling. Look at the look on Jared's face. He just has the look of just complete terror on his face. Even Judge is laughing about that. I like Otis. He was old school. That's complete bullshit, Your Honor. I just eat a delicious tuna sandwich. And now I'm here going to have a mega pint. Happy hour. It's happy hour, Judge. It's time to grab a drink.
Isn't happy hour anytime?
That's what I'm saying. Let me look here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, delving down since they muted themselves rudely. Got some people in the courtroom, it looks like.
Gerald Sumner, sir, if you could
All
unmute there
right,
for me.
Gerald. You're up, stud.
Yeah, sure. There you go. Okay, and I have your attorney right in front of me here. Mr. Carter's right there. Mr. Carter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter.
Sumner is willing to make a plea to attempt use of firearm. Your Honor, he understands that he's going to have to forfeit his weapon to do so. I'd say to go over his rights with him.
Okay, Mr. Sumner, is that what you want to do?
Trying to sell.
Yes, Your Honor.
Damn,
Okay,
Gerald.
being offered an amended charge to attempt use of a firearm in violation of the township ordinance. This is alleged to have occurred in Vienna Township, May 8th, 2022. It does carry a penalty of up to 45 days in jail and a fine of up to $250 with mandatory forfeiture of that weapon based on the offer. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Damn
Did
it,
you hear the
Gerald.
rights that I went through at the beginning? Were you present for that? I know you
Yes.
bounced in and out, but, okay. Do you understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. How do you wish to plead to attempt use of a firearm in violation?
You.
Okay. Is it true that on this said date, time and location, you're guilty of attempting to use a firearm in violation of the township ordinance? Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm sorry, can you help me with a factual?
I know what's going on in this case. The police were, I guess you weren't aware of this, the police were called initially, which I went over with you with a, I guess it was a senior center, and the police were called to investigate the senior center. And then they eventually came to the address that you were working at in Clio, is that correct? Mr.
Mr.
Sumner?
Summer, is that right? Okay.
And that is when they saw you with your gorgeous new 6-hour .223 firearm doing target practice in your truck. Would that be correct?
I was on a table set up behind my truck, but yes.
Yeah, set up behind your truck at the cables. Now, you've been doing this for, well, I would say you did not know that it was illegal at the time, correct?
No.
And you understand that even though you did not know it was illegal, doesn't mean that you are not responsible for doing things that are illegal. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you won't have a trial of any kind, give up all the rights that you would have at trial, and you may be faced with those penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody made any threats or promises to
Senior
cause you
Senator.
to plead guilty other than what we've discussed?
No, Your Honor.
I'll accept guilty plea to attempt use of a firearm in violation of that ordinance.
I would say a
Mr.
few things, Your Honor.
Sure.
My client did not know, like I said before, if he would have known that
He
it was
didn't
illegal
know.
to do what he was doing, most certainly would not have been doing it. He understands that. Yes,
Again,
area.
right, Athena? You're right.
Most certainly he wouldn't have done it with this $1,500 gun that he got to test fire 1 or 2 times and now gets to go to the police department. So I do believe that he has learned from this. He will not do it
He's
again. He will
living a
ask for the fines
few.
and costs to be
Dun,
completely
dun, dun.
minimal. Your Honor, this is the first time offense. I don't believe he'll do it again.
Okay. Mr. Sumner, is that information true?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else that you want to tell me?
Very true, Dave.
Just that I was totally unaware that it was illegal. I have been, I deer hunt out there almost 20 years now, so I didn't even realize it was illegal. And I
Yeah.
don't have,
Okay.
Otis
All
is gonna
right,
start screaming at people. You're a
why don't we do
liar.
this? We'll just, did they take you to the jail or anything, or just take the weapon?
No. They just took my rifle.
Okay. All right, well, why don't we do this? I'm gonna waive fines and costs, but order that the weapon be forfeited. And we'll just, they've got the weapon now, is that, okay, we'll
Whoa,
close. the
whoa,
file
whoa,
for
hold
you,
on.
Okay,
We've got to leave. Sorry.
all right.
Breaking over here. We're in Licking, and boy, did we just get a doozy up here. Give me just 1 second. Jumping over to Licking because it's breaking and it's happening. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for court-appointed attorney. The maximum penalty for those offenses is 30 days in jail and $250 fine. You have any question about those charges?
No, sir. I just wanted to. Can I state something?
Go ahead.
Yeah. She's lying. If she thinks I did any harm to her, she's lying. I lightly shoved her, and that my mom. I'm speaking about. And she caught herself. She didn't fall down or nothing. That was my intention. I was just trying to get her away from me. She was in my face, screaming at me with a red face. It was quite scary. I actually think she was a psychopath. That's one thing. I still love her, you know, and I would never put my hands on her like that to hurt her. So it's just fucked up that she can call the police, in my opinion, but excuse my language. My brother, same thing. He got in my face. I lightly pushed him away, and he threw me on the ground. So I'm actually thinking about pressing charges against his dumb ass. Excuse my language again.
Okay, so you're all living together?
Sorry?
You all living at the same residence?
Yes. Although I was just temporarily staying there just out of rehab. I'm about 30 days sober, about like probably 29 or something.
Okay. Where are you going to be staying when you get out?
Yep, I'm exactly 30 days right now.
Where are you going to be staying when you get out?
I'm going to a rehab. I was looking for one before this bullshit happened.
Okay.
My language again. I cuss a lot. I'm sorry, sir. It's my mistake.
Where are you going to do rehab?
Not sure yet. I haven't found a place, but I was working on that, and then mom decided to try to throw me in jail. So, yeah. I think I've said enough.
Okay. I mean, you want to plead not guilty today?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I gently pushed him out of the way. I said, "Get your dumb effing ass out of
Were
my
you
face."
in inpatient rehab? What were you doing?
Yes, sir. I was doing inpatient rehab, and living there. And I was meeting a lot of cool people, having a good time with it, staying clean. I had a therapist. My therapist, I discovered that I may also have autism. So I'm gonna see if I can get a diagnosis before coordinate. If not, we'll fly it.
What did he just say?
Right, what was that? Which cameras? Sorry, I shouldn't be told. Again, I think autism. But no excuses.
This guy's golden. Just keep him up here and let him talk. Courtroom loves him. I feel like this guy's got it all together. He's a pillar of the community, strong ties to his wife and brother that he assaulted. Hey, bud. God, what a great guy. He's waving. Turn it over. Just push it over. You know you want to flip that thing over. Go ahead and do it. Guys, number 1. Top tier. This is licking at its finest.
You have transportation.
I do not. I actually gave my car to my mom, so I'm still shocked that she's going along with her little BS story. And excuse my language, please. My apologies.
Oh, I'm sorry. I love to curse, Your Honor. And I've got a job that starts tomorrow. This guy's a winner all day. I wish he was here. I could draw this dude. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the gun show. Oh, yeah. Things are getting loose now. My apologies, Your Honor, for the massive biceps and throbbing triceps.
Okay, if you need the court-appointed attorney, get that paperwork filled out, filed over here. I'll release you on the condition you have no violent contact with anyone, your family. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So there never was.
That's all. Thank you.
All right, cool. Thanks.
What a guy. Number 1 performer. Oh, shit. That was it with the back going to the front.
Not 2 cases. Oh, here they are. Never mind.
Damn, Key. Come here. Damn it, Key.
As you heard me tell those folks, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. When I call your name, have a seat at the table. We'll go over your charge and your plea. And then you need to go to the clerk's office. Do not leave today without checking out the clerk's office. First case is 22 CRB 940 and 22 CRB 1040, State of Ohio versus Kenneth Lorenzo.
Kenneth Lorenzo. Is Kenneth okay? Oh, gosh. Poor guy. In an accident?
Mr. Lorenzo, you failed to appear for trial on these matters. What happened there?
I was indisposed of. I really didn't call in and actually find out when the trial date was. That's why I came in yesterday to see what we can do about the warrant or whatever. Basically,
I can't do everything.
I just didn't know what date the court date was. I mean, I was told misinformation from somebody that when they read it, they gave me the wrong date. So.
Okay.
Got one past me, Key. Got one past me.
Oh, I get a
Congratulations.
continuance and or about.
Okay. Those will get reset for a trial with Judge Stansbury. Make sure you know when you're supposed to be here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you.
He's got a handler? Does he?
Next matter 16 TRD 12593, Speed Driver Seth Weaver.
Oh my gosh, that guy's a mess. Case dismissed. Killing me, Key. Killing me.
Sure.
Ooh.
Thank you.
What's he got? Dear Judge, if you try to put me away, I'm promised. Oh, you're fine.
You're
Key.
residing in Mended Reeds?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, these are old tickets, obviously from 2016. You were charged with, have you ever made an appearance on this? It doesn't look
Yeah,
like
the first one.
you did.
Yeah, I came in like I did today, like the first one, and then I was actually in jail in Fairfield. That's why I didn't make it to this one. That next one.
Okay. It doesn't look like you entered a plea. Do you see anything?
Dear Judge.
Okay. Okay. So you were charged with driving under suspension.
Dear
multiple
Judge.
counts of driving under suspension, failure to maintain control, and fictitious tags.
I will steal your
What would
tags.
you like to do with those charges today?
Not guilty.
Okay, you want that set for trial?
That would be trial.
Yeah.
You better
complete
let
not
me
guilty,
off,
yeah.
or I'll slash your tires. Thank you.
Just do that, get a lawyer. Is that what it would be?
Yeah, you can get a lawyer, and you're entitled to an attorney. If you can't afford one, we'll appoint one for you as well.
Okay.
Your Honor, he's graduating with us next month on the
Okay.
13th. He's moving back to Lancaster.
Okay. So we have some transportation to get to court?
Yes.
Okay.
My mom and I got my dad too, so.
Okay.
I didn't mean to miss that first one, I promise you.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was just being scared to come up here, honestly. And then being in rehab and all that now, I've lost my grandparents and on the COVID stuff, and then I'm kind of.
Of course you should.
The edge again.
Why not?
I got a 3-year-old son. I got custody.
By the way.
of. So I'm trying to do the right thing. That's why I wanted to come up here. Get
Okay.
this all taken care of.
All right,
Bite
we'll make
size
sure you're here for your trial date, okay?
I enjoyed the
Thank you, Your Honor.
video about the guy who was trolling. He was basically trolling our good friend Cobra, and like getting him to like tell him he's gonna put him on like a TV show doing voice work and stuff like that. I was so intrigued by that. I thought that was great, by the way. All right, I talked too much, and now I've gotten nothing happening here. That's all right. We're going to jump. Might as well jump. Go ahead and jump. We're doing court. Do. Yeah, we're doing court. Do. We're in court. This guy looks familiar.
The score sheet says 39.7 months. And the offer here is for 3 years.
Yes, sir, that's fine.
So it's a minimally mitigated sentence. But it's a mandatory minimum, so, and as we've discussed, it's going to be day for day. All right, sir. So at this time, I do find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, knowingly, and intelligently made. And so did you resist an officer, by the way?
Yes, sir.
And how did you do that? Just run away or something?
Split on foot. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you had some paraphernalia with you?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what kind of paraphernalia?
Right.
For meth use?
I loved it. That was great.
Okay. Do you use meth?
Yes, sir.
You understand how toxic that garbage is?
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's literally dangerous to your body and the health of your body.
Yes, sir.
People who become chronic users, just, you've seen the pictures, I'll bet.
Yes, sir.
And I'd be a shame if, this kind of use cause those kinds of consequences for anybody.
Yes, sir.
But it happens if you use it. All right, so you'll be adjudicated guilty. I find that based on a valid written plea agreement, a mitigated sentence is authorized here, but you'll be sentenced to 3 years in state prison. That is a mandatory minimum sentence. In addition, you'll be required to pay Are you adding that additional $200 fine on the standard fee, fine and costs form in addition to the 50,000?
I love this judge.
We use what the form, whichever form that they attach, will have all of those, the fines and then the additional 50,000.
All right. So, sir, do you need a hearing about any of these other fines, whether they're reasonable or not?
I think Ms. McCarthy has the fine form.
Yeah, there was one already submitted here.
I've got to see that.
You'd already submitted one with your plea agreement. At any rate, you need a hearing about whether everything is reasonable. All right, I'll find you've waived your right to a reasonable fee hearing. So there will be $1,078 of standard costs. Those are court costs and additional court costs, and a fine plus a 5% surcharge. You'll also pay the $50,000 fine required for the mandatory minimum plus a 5% surcharge for that fine.
50,000?
You get credit for time served. DMV may apply
Camera,
additional penalties.
adding pounds.
Misdemeanors, you'll be adjudicated guilty and you'll be sentenced to time served. You'll provide a DNA sample if requested. And any items that were seized from you are forfeit. And are there any other requirements that I need to address that I may have overlooked?
No, Your
All right, so your advisor has your right to appeal within 30 days. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed.
Thank you.
Well,
We talked to.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, Megan
So-
Ford, and she said that it was already closed out.
She said it terminated, it's time terminated.
All right, if it's terminated and they didn't file a violation, then he's done. But sir, I just want to make sure, Mr. Bonner, that if your probation is still viable, this plea to this charge while you're on probation, if the allegation occurred during the time you're on probation, this plea could be a basis to violate that probation, just as a caution. I think everybody agrees that that probation is over, but they may be in touch.
oh, you're
Also,
going
this
to
is your
jail.
copy for your file. There was one you already submitted, the fee, fine and fee form. I already have one with the papers.
Thank you very much.
Oh. Thank you. It doesn't have the $2,500. You're gonna have,
See? Exactly. Camera adds 150.
it's a mandatory
300.
fine. So that, Mr. Bonner, we talked about the $2,500 surcharge that's applicable here, and I'm adding that to this form, although you've already signed it. You understand that? Mr. Bonner?
Mr. Bonner, the judge is talking to you.
I've been given this additional form that you signed regarding the $50,000 fine. It did not have the 5% surcharge added, which is mandatory for fines. And so I've added the $2,500 surcharge on here that even though you'd already signed this document, do you understand that? You have any objection to that? Thank you.
I mean, weren't we
Okay.
lucky?
And sir, your advisory right to appeal within 30 days. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed.
You'd like a nice
This is Adrian
hard
Rogers,
Werther's
case number
right now if you could get
2829. Mr. Rogers was gonna enter a plea today, but he is on probation in Okaloosa County and he needs to take care of that first. So
Oh, wow.
we just need to pass him if we can.
Let these court cases fall as
Well,
they may.
Not sure whether they're going to transport him back there to do that.
Normally,
How do you want to proceed, counsel?
Okaloosa doesn't normally transport them over to handle their violations of probation while another one's pending in county. And I don't know when his court date would be or anything over there. So I don't know how he's going to resolve it over there while this one's still pending.
If I was to bond out, wouldn't they have to come get me?
if you bond it out.
Bay County.
That ain't
If you
happening.
make the bond in this case, then they've probably got a hold on you, but,
They do have a hold on him, yes.
right.
Well, you can't go anywhere. You
But
gotta
that's a
stay
different
there.
issue from continuing the case, because right now you're in this county in custody.
It's gonna violate my probation.
All right, we're going really slow over here today. So we're going to jump over here to 57th District Court, Courtroom B, where I don't think the judge is here, but everything looks so interesting right this second. I've got to go there. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. Senior Judge William presiding. I don't think the judge is there right now. But look at these guys. Is there any way Thomas Vickerly here hasn't hit a few bodies?
I want to try to get out of the PR bond.
He's gone now.
He's gone now. Talk all you want.
Mr. Vickery,
Shut up.
Yes, sir.
just sit tight. I'll take care of you.
Thank you, sir.
The attorney up there is trying to get a hookup for later. Whoa, easy. Who's we? All right, Key. They're gonna end up kicking you out, man. It might be time for you to go. It was nice having you while we did, kinda. Key, we'll see you on down the street. Thank you and thank
Judge,
you.
if you can hear us, you need to unmute yourself.
I don't
He's gone again.
know.
Yeah.
Don't know, DM. Gucci. Good to see you.
Wow.
It's so quiet here.
He's using a different device.
Does the attorney have like all the murder weapons up there from Clue? I mean, he's got the
Hello?
candle-
Yes,
Hopper.
Judge.
All right,
hear you.
so yeah, for some reason, my phone was able to connect, but it wouldn't let me unmute myself. So I apologize for that. So
Okay.
I'm on a different phone now. All right, so in regard, Mr. Vickery, you've discussed this matter with your attorney, and pursuant to that, then it's your agreement that you would like to waive this, have Mr. McInerney represent you in the circuit court, and have an automatic entry of a not guilty plea entered for you there.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. We'll go ahead and indicate that. We'll continue the bond at $1,000 personal recognizance. Actually, if you're in custody, do we need to change that?
Yes, it is not a personal recognizance bond. It is cash or surety.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Vickery has no access to his funds, and there is a no contact order for the individual who would have his money.
Going on with Matthew.
So,
All right.
and we convert that to a PR bond with the understanding that the no contact order will continue.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you're so honorable. Thank you.
Mr. Vickery,
Yes, sir.
as soon as you get with your,
And it might be a while before you get that, so don't be expecting it within the next 10 minutes.
Don't get excited.
that's fine, Judge. Mr. Vickery, when you're going to be released today, most likely, when you get settled, you need to inform me as well as the court. That would be the circuit court, of
Slowest
your contact information.
ever.
Okay?
Yes, sir. How do I get that information for you guys?
Once you get situated with your nephew, or wherever you're gonna be staying.
Okay.
Remember, you cannot have contact with Tiffany.
Tiffany's.
Stay away from Tiffany.
Yes, that's correct. You cannot have contact with her.
Now, can I ask you a question, sir?
Go
Can I
ahead.
use a third party to see my kids at least?
This guy's got kids.
We'll deal with that.
The no contact order is with the victim, and that's it. Third party contact for other purposes is discuss it with your attorney.
Yeah, we will talk about that, Mr. Vickery. When you get out, give me your contact info, please. Thank you for your indulgence, Judge.
Charlie, good to see you.
We're
You're
done.
welcome.
We're done, correct, Your Honor?
Okay.
His kids have got to be like
Thank you.
20 and 30
You may
years
leave,
old.
Mr. Vickery.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
All right. Are we ready to proceed with Mr. Ankoviaks?
Yes. Unmute yourself.
Yes, Your Honor. I believe that Mr. Dunn should be in the Zoom.
Mr.
He is going to
Dunn.
waive,
Pete Dunn.
and then Mr. Campbell is in the county jail. He will be waiving as well.
And we need the county jail to call in.
Who was that yelling?
So do we have Mr. Dunn though?
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Dunn, can you hear me?
All right, let's go on the record in the matter of the people state of Michigan versus Dunn, file 221914 FT. Let's have appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Matthew Ankoviak appearing today on behalf of the defendant
Maybe it was
Daniel
just
Dunn.
you.
Okay, Mr. Dunn, state your name.
Daniel Francis Dunn.
All right, very good. Sir, it's my understanding pursuant to a conversation with your attorney, you have agreed that you want to waive your right to the preliminary examination as well as your right to an arraignment in circuit court. There will be an automatic entry of a not guilty plea, and Mr. Ankoviak will continue to represent you there. Is that your intention?
Yes.
And do I have your permission to indicate your agreement to this on the record here today?
Yes.
And Mr. Ankoviak, do I have your permission?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. We'll go ahead, continue bond at $500 personal recognizance. And in regard to that, yep, that's it. You're all set, sir. You can leave the court.
Thanks.
Get stepping.
You're welcome.
I don't know. Something weird's been going on today. I know some people
Hey,
said
Campbell
they've had
has still has a call in yet?
their screens going black and stuff like that.
Call in for that one.
All right.
I think he's in room 1, but apparently they have to call in. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. I'll stand by.
Well, while he's standing by, we're going to say goodbye because I've got to finish up things we need for today's Thirsty Thursday. We got to chase. Everything today will be, we'll say, people who are under the influence of something, not necessarily alcohol, but just really under the influence. They're out there showing their asses, getting in trouble.
Drunk as a skunk.
True. So make sure you come back for that. I'll be looking for each and every one of you. If you haven't already liked this video, please do so. Supposedly Creed will be back tomorrow. So all you Creed fans, get your signs made so you can hold them up when we go live on the camera side of things. And yeah, be ready for TV. Until next time, kids. See you at 4:05. Baby.
I don't recall being drunk.
Once again, the communication process is broken down. To what?
$2 cash.
Somebody is renting it is, and it's not in my name, and it's not in anybody else's name. It's in somebody